This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Today, a Sunshine State showdown in Florida. They believe their level of football is just a cut above. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, Florida has been through the gauntlet with coaches lately, trying to find some stability. They have a new opportunity here with a young up-and-coming coach in John Summerall. He has been a proven winner at all of the stops. Now he has an opportunity to turn the Gators around and bring them back to relevance in the SEC. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. So the Florida Gators offense, as they take control of the football first. And now we take our first look at the explosive veteran Eric Singleton. He's going to get plenty of targets, and in fact, this ought to be one of the better wide receiver matchups you'll see. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol.
Man, I've been waiting for this game for a long time, Reese, after everything you just said. Do not blink, do not go to the bathroom, because both of these offenses can score quickly. These passing attacks are two of the most dangerous in the entire country, and it's always fun when you get to this first game now, because it's one thing to do it in practice, but you can't wait to get out and finally do it against a live defense. When you've got quarterback play and you've got weapons catching the ball like these offenses have, boy, oh boy, you know it's just going to be exciting.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him, the offense goes through him. You gotta love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's 3rd and 5. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And Reese, obviously you were talking about this guy earlier, and listen, you don't have to overthink this thing on offense, right? Just get our best playmaker the football as often as we can. And there they do a really good job of pushing it down the field. They find the matchup they wanted, David, and right out of the gate, it's an explosive play on offense.
Well, and we were so interested in talking about the matchup of this football game. Could they cover this guy? Or do they have to start doing something different, whether it's double teams, whatever they're looking to try to accomplish? So far, it's not a surprise. The offense won. Now, defensively, what's going to be my answer? Because I can't let that guy beat me for a full football game.
2nd and long here. They'll move the tight end. On play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Out wide right, it's Pryor. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there, play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
The Gators will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. So Florida Atlantic's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And onto the field for the first time comes Easton Messer. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power forward. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad. And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he gets rid of it.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He gets a block, and he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. He's got the first down. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to Ball. Defense all over him.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Trying to squeak through the pile. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And how about stubbornness being rewarded for this offense? Like, they gave it to him, and sometimes that will deter people when you hand it to him and he doesn't get a good gain. But, nah, stick right to it. Give him the ball again. Nice job getting the play. Nice job by this offense staying stubborn with the running game.
Quick give. It's Ball. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
From the red zone, it's Ball. Spins away from the defense. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Here's a give to Ball. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
And the Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Garcia. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Holds on, it's Henry.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Hits the hole. It's Bernard. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Under pressure. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Messer. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Second down to the air. Left side, it's Bernard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Right side, it's Bernard. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Hits inside. It's Bernard. There he goes.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Henry. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Third and short now from their own 48. Drives inside. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Owls are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw one first. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Messer. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Nose tackles and those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack from the big nose tackle?
Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Long way to go on second down. Taken down. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Fires deep on the run. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Gators decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Pulled and fired complete. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Finds his man. It's Johnson. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the back. Running inside. It's Bernard. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
They'll line up for a second down play. They want to throw it. That's caught. It's Bernard. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Wide receiver going in motion. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. It's a fumble on the play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Driving forward, it's Farrell. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Back to pass on second down. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the fourth down.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Number 41 set to kick this one away.
Deep in the end zone, it's Abrams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the option. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
From the gun, it's Pryor. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Caught on the left side by Wilson. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
It's 3rd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on 3rd down, and they're looking at 4th and plenty of work to do.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The kick is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Looking left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You can tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
2nd and long here. Turning it on! The 50. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Messer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Snapped it in the shotgun. Got it behind the line. It's Messer. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Plows his way ahead. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The fake wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But Palmer,
Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll send the back in motion. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Henry. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Fresh center downs going to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Messer. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. RPO complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. 3rd down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up. Play aggressive. Try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the 4th down.
They punted away on 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He's out past the 35, and he's brought down after a nice gain. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Handoff for Ball. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Wilson open on the right side. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They want to run this quarterback. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for their quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
And the Gators will call on their punt team. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Makes the catch, it's Messer. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
The defense has got to have a plan for this guy. They knew coming in he was the go-to guy. This is the guy the quarterback was going to be looking for virtually on every big down and distance in this game, so they've got to find ways to try to slow him down.
The Owls peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Leaves it short.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Now on the move. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man in the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Makes the catch. It's Pryor. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Right side, it's Singleton. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Rush right in his face. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Drops back on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Bernard. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Garcia. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Handoff again. Pushes ahead for two. They'll mark it at the 17.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Throws it off the RPO. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll go to the counter. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tight end in in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to Ball. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Out wide right, it's Ball. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators with the 1st and 10. This is a designed run. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, gonna throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Rush is on. Touchdown, Gators! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun. The sure hands. It's Messer. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out route. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I think the biggest reason why this team is trailing the way they are is they haven't been able to stay on the field. They've had no success on 3rd down up to this point. Way too many punts, but that time they finally get it done. That's about as good a timing that I think we've seen from the quarterback and his intended target so far in the passing game, and it came at a point where they needed it the most.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bernard. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. With the catch, it's Henry. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
The Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
That is one when they watch film next week that receiver is going to wish he had back. That quarterback had all day to throw the football. That was basically 7-on-7. There was no one near the QB. Receiver's got to make the catch.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Straight ahead, it's Bernard. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick wall.